Welcome back to Phelps Farms. We're going to do a quick garlic update. We're going to start right here on probably the most prized plant of the season, the legendary Chicago white ghost pepper plant. I might do a separate video on this one later, and I'm only going to show the front view. But this pepper plant, well, you'll see in a minute, is by far my biggest pepper plant. Tried germinating a bunch of seeds. I think I had a few seedlings. This was the only one to make it too, for this particular one. But we had a storm last night and I came out and it was completely fallen over. So this morning I had to do a little bit of a tie-up job. No broken branches, thank God. Still going strong. All right, we'll go into the back here. Oh, and I did start 2 more bags of dill and coriander. Nothing's really come up yet, but plan to have a late cucumber season, so need to keep all that coming. All right, let's go to the back. Alright, so this is the current situation. We'll break it all down, but you can see it definitely looks lonely with all that garlic gone back there. But everything's been doing real well, so let's take a look. Okay, so this is like my pepper alley, my main producers at the moment. And what do we got going on? Come around to the side here. So starting at the end there, all the way to here. These are all cayenne peppers. And I'm going to have a ton. These are the plants that I almost killed in my greenhouse, if you remember. So they're not really as big as they should be right now. But they're producing. And there is 11 of them. So I'm expecting my first load here to go red soon, I'd say. I don't know for sure. You know what? I could let that go. As I mangle it. Damn it. There we go. I could let that go, but I'm going to sample it today. These cayennes. I had one about a week ago, and the flavor is getting there, and they are hot right now. I'll definitely have enough for a gallon of cayenne mash. So I'm going to go ahead and sample that one today. Alright, then we got our jalapenos. Try to get as wide as I can. These are doing much better than my jalapenos last year. Big, healthy plants. You know, not the biggest. And we got jalapenos growing all over the place in there. I'm probably going to go in and strip these down in about, well, probably in a couple days, because I'll show you what else I got coming up. And I'm going to need them. I'm going to need every last one of them. And again, it'll give the plant a period to recharge, throw out a bunch of new blossoms, and then grow a second round for me that'll all ripen at the same time from a much bigger plant, you know, that they are now. All right, then what are these 6 wise guys? Or wise girls? These are going to be this year's Carolina Reaper for the super hot sauce that we got coming. And plants are doing good. You can see we got plenty of blossoms. You know, once the pepper starts to fork like that is usually when you'll start to get your blossoms. If your plants got stunted, they can fork super early. And you'll notice if that happens, they'll start throwing out blossoms. Oh, that's a jalapeno. I almost thought we had a Reaper that size. We do have our first baby Reaper back there. She's a little bit weird looking. But we do officially have Reapers on the vine. Backside view of the jalapeno plants. And then again past the monster cayennes we got going on. Look at those. Alright, that's our main pepper alley. Let's take it right over here to our cucumbers. Plenty of blossoms still on the vine. Most of these over here are Sumters. Then I tried trellising pickle bush, and these are all pickle bush just in the ground. And I'll tell you what, I'll never grow these pickle bush again. They don't really trellis. They cluster. Here, I'll show you this one. I had kind of turned over. It's almost like a cluster of grapes. And they put out really weird looking pickles. It's like, you know, a gherkin shape. Like something you'd club someone over the head and rob them. There's another one there. So yeah, I'll never do these again. Not really worried about them. Kind of waiting for them to die off. But what is still going strong is the good old Sumters. And that's what I got started in the house. You can see them in there. I'm not going to do this trellis again either. I'm going to do it straight up because I hate bending over constantly. Let's take a peek. Oh. I've been out here picking these every day because I'm actually saving up some smaller ones to do a gallon of, like, you know, regular pickle size, finger sized. I could actually probably go through this again today because my wife, she likes them small. Thank God and bless her heart. You know, so cucumber's been doing great. I already got several gallons in the house. And here we have 6 Apocalypse Scorpion. Pepper plants. These will get going soon enough. I could have definitely had them in the ground earlier this year, but with the weather it was just crazy trying to harden plants off and then get them all in the ground. Back here we got some Mad Hatter peppers. And again, they were stunted. They were ready to be transplanted basically, and there was no way I was about to subject my plants to the elements. I got no way to cover them or anything. They would have been toast, trust me. But some of these back here are actually doing pretty good. Let's take a look. Really pretty, unique peppers. You can kind of see one back there. Here we go. Look at these things. Mad Hatter peppers. And they will get red. They got a little bit of a bite to them, but not too bad. There's another one back there. But what's going on here? Why are they so overgrown? Well, the tomatillos have just taken over. This one I pruned, I guess in time to keep standing up. But these have just vined everywhere. And I'm not going to try to fix it. It is what it is. This one broke in a storm like last week. I mean, you think these things are going to grow up into some semblance of a bush or like, but no, they're, I'd say, even worse than a tomato. They just want to go out. I recently picked a bunch, but there's gonna be a bunch more soon. See, some of these have fruit inside. If you're not familiar with tomatillos, some of them don't. See, like I can squeeze that one. They're like paper balloons. But then you gotta watch, because when they're ripe, they're the same size. They kind of look the same because they got the covering over them, except they'll start to split open. You could probably find a ripe one. I did just pick a bunch, but here's one. See? They start to split like that. You open them, they're real sticky. And there's like this green tomato looking thing inside. And we are making salsa verde this year. So it'll be tomatillos, onion, jalapeno, garlic, cilantro or coriander, all from the garden. And later on this year, once my hot peppers start coming in, oh, there's a nice shot of the old Mad Hatter beauties. So cool. Such a cool pepper. And here's a tomatillo plant that got planted in the wrong spot because I'm an idiot. But yeah, we're gonna make some salsa verde that my wife can eat, will enjoy, and then we're gonna make some that I can enjoy, and you know what that means. So that's pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. These are my late season reserves. So, you know, when you're germinating peppers, you just don't know when to quit. You don't know how many you're going to take. If you're going to have any disasters, like I said, I almost killed all my cayennes. So basically, I just had these. I found a spot to stick them, and we'll see what happens. We've got 10 ghost peppers. Just your regular boot jolokia variety. And these might end up coming into play late in the season. You know, they're out of the way where I'm going to plant my garlic. I can let the plant get as big and run as late as I want. And we'll probably end up with some more of that green ghost hot sauce. That stuff was banging. And I would love to make some more. So maybe that's what these will turn into. And then we got 2 extra Carolina Reapers, 2 extra Apocalypse Scorpion, and then 4 jalapenos. So these are the reserves, the Alert 5. But the best is yet to come with these as well, as we see the noble bumblebee pollinating. Where'd he go? They're under there. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next update. Bye.